sorry for the late start and all that kind of stuff, but we had a different place and a whole new setup to get used to. But right now, Kauai High School versus Kapaa. As take the first round title, we got to travel on Joseph Kumlat to start things off. So it'll be Kapaa basketball, no score here in the early going. And I want to welcome my broadcast partner, Elton Montemeyer, the coach. Yabis on the far side. His shot is no good. Rebound Kumlat. Here we go. Keikoa text on, and they're going to foul him before the shot. And I'm not so sure. There were a couple of Warriors there.
Fifita.
So it's going to be on Fifita, his first. Team's first. Non-shooting foul. Thank God. There's a three by Miguel, and he buries this as he continues the hot streak that he had the other night.
You know, Kauai continues to hit open jump shots. Kwani Miguel, like you said earlier, continues to hit wide open threes.
There's Carson Schmick, top of the key. Tristan Havelu Inanad, and he knocks down a three. And we are tied at 3 here in the early going of the first quarter.
You know, both teams hitting open shots. Looks like a good sign for them. Looks like they've settled in after, you know, a bit of nerves and early turnovers.
There's Miguel. Bounce pass to Kumlat in the corner. The one thing you can see in this gym is a lot better lighting, that's for sure. They go on the wing to Manera. Manera dribbles to the top of the key, then gets it to Miguel. And they go out inside, then outside to Kumlat, back inside to Manera. They throw this against the wall, and this will be Kapaa basketball.
You know, nice little drive by Kumlat. Manera wasn't able to handle that pass underneath at the short corner area.
Now it's Havelu Inanad who just put down the three. They go on the wing to Daniel Yabes. And they try this little rotation play, and Yam can't handle it. It goes right back to Fifita, and Fifita scores 5-3, Kapaa.
Fifita, Johnny on the spot, getting that loose ball and scoring for 2.
Now it's Miguel. Lobs it in the corner to Kumlat. Kumlat, who buried a couple of threes the other night, still hasn't put up a shot yet. Back to Miguel. He also had a pair of threes as well. Here's Kumlat, the lefty, for 3, and he knocks this down, and he's going to pull up a little gimpy. Looks like he may have stepped on someone's foot. Remember, he had that ankle sprain early in the season that forced him to miss a couple of games. And it does not look good. Both trainers from Kapaa and Kauai High School, you know, checking him out. That's one of those things that looks so innocent, you know, because, you know, the defender didn't come running at him. And just one of those things where two guys' feet got tangled up, huh?
Yeah, you know, that's tough. You know, coming down, you know, there's some space issues, but, you know, that's a hard luck play against Kumlat. Hopefully he's okay. He can get over this, you know, by just burying that 3. And, you know, he's a critical key to the Raiders, and, you know, like I said earlier, hopefully he can come back from this injury and continue to play.
This looks a little more, you know, I'm not a trainer or doctor, but it looks a little bit more serious than a little ankle tweak.
You know, it looks like, luckily he has those the high top shoes, or actually it might be worse now because they took off the shoes. He's not even putting any weight on it, so we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you, that's one thing. When they take the shoe off, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. You know, and usually when you sprain an ankle, they don't want you to take off their shoes because it'll just blow up. But,
yeah,
you know, we'll see what happens for the rest of the game for Kumlat.
6-3 Red Raiders on a pair of threes. Here's the drive to the basket by Yabes. That's no good. Rebound into the hands of Gunnar Berkman. And we're going to get a reach-in by Yabes. His first, team's first. Just a silly foul, really.
You know, they yeah, silly foul, you know, just chucking it up for Kapaa with the reach-in. You know, there was no threat of them to score. And, you know, just giving them extra fouls.
Kauai Miguel, top of the key, foul line, Texan. His shot is no good. Rebound, Fifita, and he'll get it out to Havelu Inanad. Pass midcourt. I don't know if because we're sitting lower or what, but the court looks a little smaller. There's a shot by Yam, no good. Rebound Berkman, poked out of bounds by Yam. It's going to be white ball.
Smallest guy on the court right now just picked up 2 offensive rebounds, and that's Gunnar Berkman. That's your guy, your favorite name. So, we'll see if he can hit some open threes also.
No kidding. Him and Saxon Shearer. There's Monera in the corner. They're going to Bryce Johnson Cormack to Gunnar Berkman. Back to Bryce Johnson Cormack. Now to get it back to him. And that's off the glass, no good. Rebound, highs Texan as he grabs that away from everybody. Now we're kind of in the middle of everybody. You got the Waimea JV varsity team next to us. The cameraman Chris is next to us. Texan's shot is no good. Rebound Warriors. And here's a steal by Texan. He's going to go up, and he doesn't get the dunk, but he gets pushed by Fifita. As he walks past Texan, and I know one thing. He said something, and probably not suitable for public radio, family radio.
Probably said something to the effect that not in my house or not in my area.
Yeah, not on me.
Yeah, not on me. But that's a silly foul. I think so.
Especially this early in the game.
Yeah, Fifita. Now he has 2. Probably will have to sit for the rest of the half. We'll see how Coach John runs his rotation.
Texan on the season is shooting 23% from the foul line. 3 of 13, makes the first. And it is 7 of 5 Red Raiders. I want to thank the Island School AD, Kaipo Kealalio, for setting this up for us. Second free throw is good. And it is 8 to 5. Red Raiders, full court pressure by Kauai High School. And they're going to back off just a little. And now Miguel gets the steal. They get to Texan to Monera, right to the basket, off the glass. Good. Nice job on that fast break by the Red Raiders off the turnover. There's Raphael Rosslin in the corner. Shearer having that's blocked by Texan. Now the Red Raiders have it. 4-on-2 break to Texan. They'll put it up off the glass. No good. A lot of contact. 3 Warriors are there. Who do they get for this one? And they're going to get this one on Shearer. His first. Team's fourth.
Nice block by Texan, wiping it off the glass or blocking it off the glass and starting a fast break. And it's also nice to see that the guards get it back to the guy who started the play for him to finish.
Texan misses the first one. He's got one more. .354 to go here in the first quarter. It's 10-5 Kauai High School. Second free throw for Texan. He buries that one. And he's got 3 points on the evening. Warriors the basketball, full court pressure by the Red Raiders. And Armstrong comes up with the loose basketball to the basket. Bryce Johnson Cormack, his shot is no good. Partially blocked by Shearer. Ball still loose in the paint. And everybody reaching for it. And Matayoshi ends up with the basketball for the Warriors. There's it's Christian Rosslin with the basketball. Top of the key, needs some help. And finally gets it to Raphael Ross. That's going to be a hop, skip, and a jump. That should have been a travel before the timeout.
Luckily they missed that, but Coach John calls a timeout. Their offense seems out of sorts right there. They gave up a couple easy points to the Raiders, and now he's just calling a timeout to try and settle them down.
When the season started, Kapaa was all about the 5-in, 5-out theory. Since then, they've not gone to it as much. But they still do it every now and then. But I think when they got away from it, it helped them. I thought so.
We talked about that the last game that they played against Waimea, and you get into a better flow of the game. You kind of as a player, you're not looking over your shoulder to see when the next 5 is coming in. You kind of know your sub rotation when you're going to come out of the game, and obviously, they went away from it. Maybe they're going to go back to it, but, for now, it's working for them.
3:28 to go here in the first. Kapaa with the basketball. 11-5 Red Raiders. Christian Rosslin guarded by Gunnar Berkman. Matayoshi to Shearer. Turns around, puts it up, That's no good. Rebound, Roslin. He puts it up and in right over Gunnar Berkman. And one of the few times Roslin's going to have a height advantage over anybody.
He just overpowered Berkman on that one to get the easy 2.
Now here's a turnover. Kapaa with the basketball. Raphael Roslin to Christian Roslin. They get it back to Raphael. He's guarded by Monera. Now Christian Roslin guarded by Berkman. And we're going to get a travel by Christian Roslin. I am not, traveling to me is almost like a balk in baseball. It's tough to see. But the thing is, I think Kapaa's getting away with a lot. And they do that move almost every time.
And it's, so they're going to call it. Sometimes you're going to miss it. And, right there, Alan Bronco got that call against the Warriors.
Berkman in the corner, closely guarded by Matayoshi. They go back to Berkman. Good head fake. They go down low. Back to the foul line outside Johnson Cormac. And here's Christian Monero with a basket from about 10 feet away.
Every Red Raider on that possession touched the ball. Everyone had a shot, but they made the extra pass to the open shot to Monero at the short corner area.
Kapaa with the basketball. Taken away by Texan. It's going to be a ball, last touch by a Red Raider. 13-7, Kauai High School. And let's see, we're going to get a substitution here. It's going to be Bernie Calvan in for Michaela Matayoshi. Kapaa basketball, 2:09 remaining. They go to Calvan. Now it's Raphael Roslin. Bernie Calvin in the corner. Now on the wing to Woodward. The outside to Christian Roslin. Guarded by Berkman. And he forces his way in. That's going to create a foul. And I believe they're going to get Monero on this one for the reach-in.
That could have gone both ways because, Roslin kind of dipped his shoulder into Berkman, causing that displacement thing that we've argued about. But, luckily for Kauai, Kapaa, the call went for them.
First team foul against the Red Raiders. First on Monera. Going baseline and throwing it back towards the middle is Raphael Ross. Ends up in Berkman's hands, puts it off the glass, no good. Anticipated the contact. He didn't get it much. Here's the reach in by Miguel. And that's going to be well before the shot. So this will put Kapaa at the on an out-of-bounds situation.
Kind of a silly foul right there for Kauai because they had Texan trading a play. It looked like he was measuring that layup for measuring it for a block.
Christian Rawson trying to back down on Berkman. Loses it off of his chest. And it is going to be Kauai High School basketball. And 1:16 to go here in the first quarter. 13-7 Red Raiders.
The Red Raiders have been looking sharp, so far in this opening quarter, and Kapaa just a little out of sync.
Bryce Johnson Cormac, they swing it all the way to Miguel. Baseline puts it up. No good. Rebound into the hands of Christian Roslin. Wants to run, but don't got the numbers. Calvan to Yam, and that's pinned on the backboard. Wow, they call it technical. I don't think that's a technical in the sense that he didn't, he made contact with the backboard, but that was after he had made contact with the ball, and he didn't go up and slap the backboard. Now, I think that's wrong. He got all ball and part of the backboard, but he didn't go after the backboard.
I think, like you just said, I think he got the ball first. His hand just slid off. Round ball. Your hand tends to slide off and, just hit the backboard after that.
Now, here's my question. If you elbow somebody intentionally, they call a technical on you, that's a personal foul. Now, in this situation, is that a personal foul?
So, did they change the call?
I'm not sure what happened because they're going everything against the call that was made. So it's going to be off of the Warriors on the inbounds pass. Kapaa gets the ball right back. I'm not too sure what just happened there. Yabes goes baseline. That's no good. Rebound Texon. And he's going to get it to Berkman. On the wing to Johnson Cormac. Back to Berkman. Top of the key. Now it's Miguel. Kapaa in a bit of, looks like a 2-1-2 zone. 35 seconds remaining. Berkman. Now along the baseline, Texon, top of the key, Miguel, open for three, he'll hoist it, it's up, no good, rebound Yam. Kapaa wants to get moving. Here's Rafael Rosslin in the middle of the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good, rebound put back Calvan, no good, rebound Texon. Here's Miguel, right side, we got 15 seconds to go. Cross court Berkman, he's gonna launch a three, it's up, yes! Gunnar Berkman buries a three from the soccer field.
And he was calling for that running down. That's jogging it down court. The defense collapsed to the paint area, and he was wide open at the top of the key.
Here's a shot at the buzzer by Yabes. That's no good. And as the first quarter comes to an end, it's 16-7 in favor of Kauai High School. Let's take a 60-second break. It's KIF boys basketball on Jams 98.1. We'll be right back. Danny, are you there? Hello? So it's going to be Red Raider basketball. 16-7 in favor of the Red Raiders. Now on the wing to Monera. They get it to Travis Garrard. The reverse layup is no good. Rebound being fought for by Armstrong and three Warriors. It's going to be off of Armstrong. Kapaa basketball.
Nice try by Gerard. He's a lefty. Went up for the reverse on the right side, used his left hand, and the ball just rimmed out.
I'm going to tell you, for a big dude, he's got soft hands, but he's a lot better athlete than people give him credit for. I think so.
Yeah, he's agile, light on his feet, and that makes for a good big man. He can outquick guys, and then, with that soft hands, he can catch tough passes and try and score.
Tristan Havelu in and out of the basketball, 16-7. In favor of Kauai High School. Fifita, top of the key, turns, looking for some help. Nobody there. Finally gets it to Carson Schmick, who's made a big difference for the Warriors. Goes baseline. Back to Fifita. Nice bounce pass to Schmick in the lane. Puts it up. That's no good. Rebound Gerard. Kauai High School he wants to play a point forward there. Bringing the ball past midcourt. On the wing, Berkman for three. It's up. Yes. Gunnar Berkman for the second straight game has got a pair of three-pointers.
It's two in a row for Berkman. Just finding the open end on the opposite side of the floor.
Havelu Inanad shot hits the top of the backboard. And I'll tell you, that was good defense by Miguel, who took a swing at it right in front of Havelu Inanad when he was about to put the shot up.
And that's a bad shot, a one-handed runner from about 10 feet. Tough shot to make, but looks pretty when you can make it.
On the wing to Berkman. He's hot. He's got a pair of threes. Remember, he had 5 in one game earlier this season against the Menehune. Texon, his pass slapped back in his face. Ends up in the Warriors' hands. Now back to Texon. Miguel's got the ball. We're going to reset their offense. Goes baseline. Gets in the corner to Berkman. Not a very good pass. I think Miguel just got too deep in the paint and didn't know what to do with the ball.
And Berkman had his hand up, looking for the open pass. Miguel made the correct drive to the baseline, but just couldn't get the pass because of the Kapaa closing in on that drive for him. on him.
6:20 to go here in the first half. 19-7 Red Raiders. At stake, the first round championship. On the wing, Yavis. On top of the key, Havelu Inanad. Fifita. Guarded by Texan. They go down low to Schmick. Head fake, puts it up. And they're going to say a foul on Armstrong. I'll tell you what, there's a couple of players on this court. Texan Armstrong for Kauai High School. Matayoshi for Kapaa. And it seems as if they're like foul magnets.
You know, sometimes it's how it goes. You know, even though how well you try to avoid it, you know, the foul still finds you somehow.
First personal on Armstrong. Third team foul. First free throw is missed by Schmick. And Schmick on the season, 80%, 4 of 5. Second free throw is up, looks good. And they're going to say a lane violation. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Fifita. So for Fifita, it's his third, team's fifth. I know one thing. In a girls' game, you throw an elbow, and the girl gets ejected. An elbow was thrown here, there's no doubt about it, and it's just a foul.
I don't want to say anything, but maybe they're a little afraid to throw the guy out of the game. I don't know what's going to happen, you know what I'm saying? But, if it's good for one, it should be good for all.
And we're going to get a travel on Monera. I mean, you know what I'm trying to get at, right?
I know exactly what you're trying to.
I mean, the girl is a senior. She missed a game in her senior season. Down low, Fifita on the baseline, puts it up. Yes. Fifita with his second basket of the night. He's got 4. 19-10 Red Raiders.
Nice soft touch on a turnaround jumper for Fifita, giving Kauai 2 points.
Johnson McCormack had an open lane. They go inside, knocked away. Ends up in the hands of Johnson Cormack. Inside Armstrong, puts it up. Little roller, yes.
Kauai just rotating that zone. Nice ball movement, getting easy shots.
They go to Schmick along the baseline. That's through his hands, and it is going to be Red Raider basketball.
Again, on that break also, just Kapaa a little out of sorts, maybe trying to, close the gap with one shot. But, it's a long game yet. You just need to play tough defense and score when you have your opportunities.
Miguel on the far side. They get it to Armstrong. Down low, Texan knocked away, tried to force a pass. Havelu Inanad in the middle of the lane, puts it up one-handed off the back of the rim, and it goes in. And the foul is going to be on Armstrong. His second, team's fourth. So count the basket for Havelu Inanad. He's got 5 points and a free throw.
And, Texan kind of telegraphed that pass with that baseball throw. Kapaa get their hands on it and, got a break and got an opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Havelu Inanad, 43% on the season, 3 of 7, makes that. He's got 6 points to lead the Warriors. Miguel on the far side, gets it to Johnson Cormack, fakes left, gets it to Armstrong. We got a timeout called for. I think the timeout was called for by Kauai High School. So it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here at 4:50 to go in the first half. But right now, Kauai High School playing their type of game, and Kapaa is still like they're trying to catch up.
That's maybe Kapaa came out a little tense, knowing what's at stake. You always, as a coach and as a team, you always want to get that first round to get 1 foot in the door. So you have that upper hand in that second round, and Kapaa is, like you said, they've been looking tight, sometimes undisciplined, and just out of sync right now. And and Kauai has been looking real well, looking like a well-oiled machine so far. But there's a lot of more time in this game, and we'll see what can happen because Kapaa is very explosive also.
And don't forget, on Wednesday will be our next boys basketball broadcast. Start of the second round. Here's Braden Armstrong. We're going to get a travel. And a turnover goes to Kapaa. And we're going to have the Warriors and the Red Raiders. So a rematch of tonight. That game will be at Kapaa, the Bernice Hundley Gym. We'll have the call for you on KauaiSports.com and Jams 98.1. Fifita at the top with a key. 4:33 to go. Inside to Schmick. He misses the close range shot. Miguel's got it for the Red Raiders, and we come in the other way. Bounce pass inside to Armstrong. Back outside to Johnson Cormack for 3. That's no good. Rebound Shira gets it to Schmick. He needs to find a guard. And he gets it to a guard. And that's Yabes. He scores on a layup. And it is 21-15. This game's got a whole lot closer.
Nice break right there with the big guy leading the break. And everybody gravitated to him, and he found the open guard on the opposite end.
Manera to Armstrong. Back to Manera for 3. He bumps it in, and that's good. Manera's got 5 points, his first 3 of the night. That's the 5th 3 by the Red Raiders this evening. They get it to Shira. On the right side of the lane, just throws it up. It doesn't hit anything. Johnson Cormack with the basketball. In the middle of the court, gets it to Manera running. And Texan off the glass. That's no good. Rebound Yabes. And this is going to be foul number 3 on Braden Armstrong. 15th foul against the Red Raiders. And like I said, there's a couple of guys in this court that just foul magnets, and Armstrong is one of them.
He just got into the game a little while ago. Had a turnover earlier, picked up 3 fouls, and like you just said, foul magnet and hard to avoid.
And 2 of the 3 fouls were just not very good fouls. It was like reaching, and here's a pass that goes out of bounds. It'll be Warrior basketball. And coaches would tell you, you don't play defense with your hands, you play defense with your feet.
Exactly, and the position is much better. Less chances of reaching in. More chances of trying to draw a charge.
Here's a nice pass by Fifita, and the shot by Schmick is no good. And Kauai School's got the basketball, and we have got a carry against Kauai High School. I'll tell you what, they're bringing everything. The officials bring their full arsenal tonight.
Big game. Officials are bringing their big game calls. And it looks like nobody's going to get away with anything tonight.
And now we're going to get I'll tell you the truth. I don't think I've ever seen 2 carries in a game in the last maybe 50 or 60 years. And we just had 2 within 1 minute.
2 back-to-back calls. And it's tough, man. These guys are good ball handlers. They have big hands. Maybe a little bit too much watching of the N1 mixtape tour. But you just got to get back to fundamentals and keep your hand on top of the ball.
Berkman to Manera. Manera gets it to Kumlat in the corner. Berkman. He's got a couple of threes. Kumlat also has a 3. Berkman gets it to Kumlat. Along the baseline, Texan. Nice spin move, puts it up. And we're going to get a travel against Texan. Turnover goes to Kapaa. In my opinion, it happens so often, not called enough. I say just eliminate the carry call.
You can do that.
And be more strict on the traveling. Here's Yabes. He gets picked cleanly by Kumlat. Coming down court all by himself. And he scores as Shira took a swipe at it.
Nice pick by Kumlat. Went in for a contested layup over Shira.
There's Yabes from the corner. That's an air ball. Fifita lets it get through his hands. Texan's got it. He'll get it to Kumlat. And Kumlat will take his time getting past midcourt. In the corner, wide open is Berkman for 3. That's no good. The putback by Texan as he almost slips. Goes out of bounds off of one of the Warriors. And it's going to be Red Raider basketball.
If Berkman hit that shot, I think this gym would have exploded. And Texan showed his athletic ability, almost getting that tip-in basket.
The ball is tipped and goes out of bounds off of one of the Warriors. That was what Fifita did right there. Was just incredible. He tipped the inbounds pass. One step and almost got the ball as it hit the floor on the other side.
It just shows how athletic these young gentlemen are.
Like how we used to be, right? There's Berkman for 3. Yes, Gunnar Berkman, his 3rd triple of the night. He's got 9 points overall, 29-15 Raiders.
Berkman gets I don't know if you want to call it the hometown roll, but, nice rotation. The ball hang on the rim and got it in for 3.
There's Shira, and that's going to be a foul on one of the Red Raiders. I think it's going to be Kumlat, and it is. And for Kumlat, his first, team 6. But, we didn't get to play the pregame interviews because we were moving and stuff. But that's funny how Coach Yoshioka mentioned something about the tightness of the rims.
I think they're a little softer than the Waimea rims, though. It sounds like it's a little softer than the Waimea gym rims.
I think everything is softer than the Waimea rims. Here's a shot by Havelu Inanad, no good. Rebound Schmick, put back, yes.
Poor play for Kauai right there. Nobody blocking out Schmick. Got an easy 2.
Schmick with 3 points on the night, his first basket. A minute and a half to go here in the first half. Manera to Kumlat. Nice bounce pass down low. A little kick by one of the Warriors. Going to be Kauai High School ball. 1:23 to go here in the first half. Pretty much standing room only, just about. Here at the Wilcox Gym on the Island School campus. Kumlat in the corner. Every time I see that pawn out front, I want to get on my fishing pole. There's Berkman for another three. That's well short. And here's the pass knocked away. Ends up in the hands of Kumlat to Texan off the glass. Yes. Kekoa Texan coming back as the ball got loose. He's got 5 points on the night.
You know, and Kumlat, after injuring the ankle, coming back into the game, has been making a big difference with steals and making the correct passes.
They get it to Shira in the lane, running away from the basket. Throws it up off the window, and it goes in.
Again, nice athletic play by Shira. Going away over Texan, off the glass, you know, for two.
Shira averaging 8.8 per game. Had a big effort in his last game, 14, I believe. Here's Berkman to Manera. Manera back outside to Kumlat, 24 seconds. Looks like Kauai is going to play for the last shot, leading 31-19. Texan is going to put it up there from in the lane. No good, not the shot Coach Yoshioka wanted. That's going to be a travel, and they'll get the ball right back. Talk about being bailed out right there on a travel call against Fifita.
You know, and, you know, like you said, they were playing for the last shot. Texan thought he had the mismatch against Fifita. You know, took a bad shot. Luckily for them, they got the ball back.
Johnson Cormac to throw it in for Kauai High School. Launches it near midcourt. Texan. Now it's Berkman. Inside of 10 seconds. We've got 7 to go. Texan to Johnson Cormac. Kumlat, top of the key. In the lane, throws it up there. It's in front of the rim. No good. And Kapaa can't get off a shot. And that'll be the halftime buzzer. 31-19. Kauai High School up by 12. And Kapaa kind of did a little comeback of sorts in the second quarter because they did not look good in the first quarter at all.
You know, they closed the gap to about 5, I believe. Then Kauai came back and pushed the lead back up to double digits. And, you know, they're still looking a bit out of sync, you know, knowing that the first round championship is at hand. You know, you kind of want your kids to settle down, but, you know, they're all thinking about it. You know, they all know what's at stake, and, you know, sometimes maybe it takes a half. You know, hopefully as a coach, you don't want it to take a half, but, you know, with their explosiveness, they're still in the game with the whole second half yet to go.
You know, you've won championships at Waimea. You've done it in different fashions. You know, at halftime, if you're Coach John, what are you telling your Warriors?
You know, tighten up on defense. You know, let's make the possessions count on offense. You know, just cut the lead in half. You know, give them a point to where they need to get to start the fourth quarter. You know, either 5 or within 5, and you know, so you know, if you get that close, you know, you're a little confident going into the fourth quarter. You
know, after a busy day, man, I got to apply for my AARP card. I got to get one of them handicap placards and get close to the gym, man. I just ain't feeling it physically tonight, man. Let's go ahead and take a timeout so I can go find a masseuse around here somewhere. 31-19 at the half. Kauai High School over Kapaa. We'll take a 2-minute break. It's KIF Boys Basketball on KauaiSports.com and Jams 98.1. We'll be right back. 31-19. Kauai High School leading Kapaa for the first round title here in KIF boys basketball. Both teams ended the first round at 3-1. And no matter what happens tonight, no matter who wins, we'll still start the second round on Wednesday. We'll have that game for you, and that'll be at the Bernice Hundley Gym. But just to run down some numbers here, for Kauai High School, they've got 31 points, 3 of 4 from the foul line, 75%. Gunnar Berkman leads all scorers with 9 on 3 triples. Miguel's got 3, Kumlat and Monero's got 5 each. Keikoa Texan also with 5. Brendan Armstrong, who's got 3 personals, with 2. For the Kapaa Warriors, Tristan Havelu Inanad, who's got a 3-pointer, has 6 points to lead the Warriors. 2 for Christian Rosslin, 2 for Daniel Yavis, 3 for Schmick, 5 for Fifita, and 2 for Shira. Kapaa 1 of 3 from the foul line, 33%. And I pretty much feel Kauai High School has to come out and play Red Raider basketball, and they should win this one. For Kapaa, they've got to tighten things up defensively and get into a better flow on offense. In fact, when you look at the stats, okay, Kapaa gives up a league worst, if that's the way you want to say it, a league worst in 3-pointers, where they've given up 19 triples. So they've got to do a better job on perimeter defense if they're going to, have a chance in this one, because Kauai High School loves to shoot the 3.
And that could be caused by them playing a zone. They're 2-3 zone, but towards the ending of the second quarter, they came out and play man. But when you play zone, you're kind of daring the opposition to shoot threes. The theory of the zone is to pack it in and not them drive to get to the basket. But Kauai has been doing an excellent job this whole year, attacking both Kapaa and Waimea's zone and kicking it out to open shooters, and the open shooters have been making their shots. And when you continue to do that, that's tough. And then you're gonna have to come out of that zone, something that you're comfortable with, and then play man to man that maybe you might not as be comfortable with to begin with.
In this one, I don't know if it's nerves or what, but Kapaa just hasn't come out and played Kapaa basketball like we've seen them do this year.
They've looked out of sync, and just not comfortable. Maybe the surroundings, a different gym. I don't know how long the boys didn't play in this gym for basketball. I don't know if in school. I know they had boys basketball before, but I don't know how long they haven't come here. The dimensions are different. You don't have the wire for one thing. Getting in the way. There's no stage behind one gym. I mean, behind one basket like there's in all of the gyms that they play in. So maybe getting familiar with the surroundings and settling down a bit will turn this thing around for them.
Usually the first half is Kapaa's half, where they average 31 points in the first half, and they are nowhere close to that tonight. It's just 19, so they've got some work to do. They average 56-8 a game, so if they're going to come anywhere close to their average numbers, they got a lot of work to do offensively. Defensively, they're okay. They hold people to just 38 points in the third quarter, so that's when they probably will make their comeback. That's 9.5 points per game in the third quarter that they give up. So they've defensively, second half is their half. So as both teams are on the court, let's go ahead and take a 60-second break. It's KIF Boys Basketball, the first round championship, live on KauaiSports.com and Jams 98.1. We'll be right back. half number 2, 31-19. Kauai High School leading Kapaa in the first round championship playoff. And now I've been fighting myself for not to say this, but I'm going to say it now only because I'm kind of in La La Land right now. But the Big E out in Montemire. But you know, like I said, you've won championships before. Winning the first round title. I mean, I know that puts your mind at ease, a lot off your shoulders. But realistically, how important is that? Is that what it is?
Yeah. You know, you get one foot in the door, you know, and everybody's chasing you. You know, everybody has to work double hard or extra hard to try and catch up and win that second round. And, you know, and it's tough. You know, it can work both ways. You know, you win the first round, you relax. You may give up momentum in the second round. But, you know, once you win that first round, you're confident. You know, you know you're halfway there. And it's just a matter of finishing out the last 4 games.
So here we go, start of the third quarter. Kauai High School will have the basketball. They've got the lead 31-19. Tonight's officials I forgot to mention. Peter Reno, Alan Branco, and Lenny Raposo. I can't believe how close to my house this game is. I love that. There's Miguel. He'll go baseline. The running one-hander, yes. Kaone Miguel has got 5 points in the game. Opened the game with a three-pointer. Now opens the second half with a deuce.
You know, that's a tough shot to make, the running one-hander, and, you know, good for him that he made that shot.
There's a steal by Monera. 5-on-1. The Red Raiders, not a very good look by Kumlat. The putback by Texan is no good. They get the rebound. They're going to pull it out and reset their offense. Monera with the basketball. Jump shot from just inside the three-point line. No good, but he gets his own rebound. Nobody from Kapaa went after that basketball at all. If I'm Coach John, I got somebody's butt on the bench.
You know, and that's the worst thing to do, give up a rebound to the shooter. You know, you're supposed to always block out the shooter.
But Miguel with the miss, gets it to Texan, puts it up and he flushes it. Oh my goodness, that was a two-step flush. And for Texan, he's got 7 on the night.
Do we have the Hawaii 5-0 there, you know, doing their dance, or
we got something over there? There's Fifita, drive to the basket, off the glass and in. And I'm not sure who the foul is. There's a couple of white shirts that reached in. This is going to go against Monera. His second, team's first. I'll tell you what, I don't think I've seen a two-step flush in a KIF ever.
You know, I remember his first dunk was a length of the court, you know, where he had time to measure it and get momentum. This one took 1 step up, or 2 steps up, and flushed it one hand.
Fifita missed the free throw. 35-21 in favor of the Red Raiders. Haveluina nod outside to Yavis. His three, no good. Yam with the rebound, put back. No, ball still loose, ends up in the hands of Monera. Monera's got it for the Red Raiders in the middle of the court. On the wing to Miguel. Fakes the three in the middle of the court in lane to Texan. Back outside to Miguel. And they're going to reset their offense. 35-21, 6:08 to go. They tried the alley-oop to Texan. Johnson McCormack is there to clean up the loose basketball. Texan into the lane, off the glass and in. And Texan has got 9 points on the night.
You know, and Kauai right now, they're shredding the Kapaa defense, attacking it and getting really easy shots at the basket.
I know one thing, when Kauai's got that good ball movement, Kapaa has no idea where that ball is, who's going to get that ball. We got a reach in by one of the Red Raiders. I think it's going to be Johnson Cormack, and it is. His first, team's second.
You know, that's a cheap foul also. You know, the offensive player is going away from the basket and you reach in. You know, you stop the momentum right there. You know, they had good momentum going on the defensive end, and now it gives, you know, a set play under the basket.
Armstrong in for the Red Raiders. Shira in for the Warriors. Fifita will throw it in. Little alley-oop in the middle of the lane to Shira. Cannot convert. Rebound and put back Fifita. And for Big Mo, he's got 9 points.
You know, Mo flexing his muscles right there. You know, showing also his athletic ability, getting up and putting up a shot, you know, in one motion after getting the rebound.
In the corner to Johnson Cormack. Back outside to Miguel. From the foul line, the one-hander is no good. And Fifita saves it right to Miguel. His shot is no good, but Armstrong gets the rebound and put back. First basket of the night for, Johnson now with Armstrong with 4 points. 5 feet to the drive, he gets fouled before he puts the shot up. I think this is going to be on Armstrong.
The magnet.
I mean, I hate to make fun of it, but the proof is in the pudding. I mean, he's played, probably less than a full quarter. He's got 4 personals.
You know, probably 4 minutes, 4 fouls. That's not a good ratio to have when you get into the game.
3 team fouls against the Red Raiders. Yabes with it near midcourt for the Warriors. They go inside to Schmick. He lets it go, bounces off the door. And like I said before, when it hits the door in one bounce, that's never a good thing. Kauai High School basketball up by 16, 39-23.
You know, Kapaa really out of sync right now. Inanna tried to make an entries pass, a no-look entry pass, and Schmick wasn't ready for it, or maybe thought it was for somebody else.
I will guarantee you this, that nobody will admit it, but in the new settings, I think it's affecting the Warriors. Here's Armstrong down low, turn around, off the glass and in. Warriors caught sleeping defensively. They rush it up court. Nice pass to Schmick off the glass. Yes. Carson Schmick now with 5 points. Miguel with the basketball. 4:35 remaining. Johnson Cormack to Monera. Miguel in the lane. Gets it to Kumlat amongst the trees. This does the smart thing and gets it back outside. They move the ball around 3 seconds against Armstrong. I'll tell you what, man. Whistles just seems to find that guy. I mean, if you're, let's say you're a rookie in Major League Baseball, you're supposed to be in a first baseman. They want to get you into the game, so they put you in the outfield. Let me tell you, the ball will find you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on with Armstrong.
It's snowballing. Like you say, we don't want to make fun of the guy. He's trying his best. He's working hard, but sometimes when you're having a bad game, it just snowballs, and it's hard to get out of.
Shira from the corner puts it up. Had the rebound, and his putback hit the bottom of the rim, goes out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to be Red Raider basketball, and it is. Kapaa going to put on some full court pressure. I think this is good to kind of maybe get them into a tempo. Here's Armstrong, back to Johnson Cormack. Kapaa backs off the pressure. Johnson Cormack yet to cross the midcourt, now he does. Gets it to Gunnar Berkman. On the wing to Johnson Cormack. Looks inside, Armstrong isn't there. Now it's Berkman, top of the key. Cross court to Johnson Cormack, spins. Kumlat is open but can't get it to him. Now Berkman on the wing to Paglinawan. Bounce past Kumlat. Top of the key, and we're going to get a reach in. I think it's going to be on Christian Roslin. Non-shooting foul. And for Christian Roslin, that's going to be his first. Team's first here in the second half.
Again, when you're playing a zone, that's a cardinal sin. You don't want to get them to penetrate the zone. Right there, Kumla did a good job splitting the top of the zone, and Kapaa had just had to reach in.
41-25, Kauai High School leading the Warriors in the first round championship playoff. Kumlat on the wing, top of the key. Johnson Cormack back to Kumlat. Drives the lane again, throws it up there, and it goes in. Count the basket. We got a foul against one of the Warriors. This is going to go against Raphael Roslin, his first, team second. So Kumlat going to count the basket. He's got 7 and 1 free throw for Kumlat. On the season, 71% from the foul line. Instead, we're going to get a timeout called for by the Warriors, so we'll take a break as well. 60-second break. KIF Boys Basketball, the first round championship on KauaiSports.com and Jams 98.1 will be right back. Here we go, 3:28 to go in the third. Kauai High School up by 18, 43-28. And this is defensively, this is Kapaa's quarter, and they're just letting it get through their hands as the Red Raiders have done a good job hitting from inside and outside. Cum Lat misses the foul shot. That's after the made basket, so blows the three-point opportunity. In the lane, that's Calvin. Back outside, Christian Rosslin. Now to Raphael Rosslin. I bet you all three guys live right next to each other. Calvin and the two Rosslins. And probably Yabes too. Here's a long three. It's no good by Rosslin. Rebound Johnson Cormack. Gunnar Berkman, he's going to pull up and take the three. Looks on target. Yes, Gunnar Berkman, his third triple of the night. He's got 12.
Made a nice move, got back and drained the three.
Saxon Shira, who was already down court, makes the easy basket and was wide open. He's got 4 points on the night. Johnson Cormack. The three-baller. Gunnar Berkman. Johnson Cormack to Berkman. Berkman gets it to Cum Lat. And the ball somehow ends up in the hands of Johnson Cormack off the glass. No good, but had his own rebound taken away by Shira. Here's Rosslin. Comes down. He thought he was all by himself. And Berkman was there on his right. Long pass to Cum Lat. Wide open. Johnson Cormack. Easy layup. Yes. Breakdown on Kapaa's defense. Not good floor balance.
Tough break for Kapaa. Thought they had a wide open layup. Missed the layup, and Kauai turned it around, and they got the wide open layup.
There's Raphael Ross, and he'll be whistled for a travel. Turnover goes to Kauai High School. But believe it or not, that's the first basket of the night by Bryce Johnson Cormack, who leads the league in scoring at 13.8 a game.
Kapaa has maybe done a good job on him, not letting him get open shots, but, his teammates, Gunnar Berkman has picked him up, and everybody else also has been playing well.
Minute 52 to go here in the third. 21-point lead for the Red Raiders. Gunnar Berkman's got 4 triples in this game. Miguel, guarded by Yam, down low to Poglinowan, puts it up there. No good, but he's going to get to the foul line, shooting 2. And it's a go against either Yam or Fifita.
Nice job by Poglinowan, flashing from the backside of the man-to-man defense, getting it on the low block, and, almost finishing that play for a three-point play.
We had a bad angle, but I think they said 33 Carson Schmick on that one. So Poglinowan at the foul line, shooting, he's 3 of 5, misses that one. Now he's 50%, 3 of 6. And Kauai High School, they were 3 of 4 at halftime. They've missed all 3 opportunities here in the third quarter. But when you're up by 21, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. Second free throw in.
If Kapaa comes back to win this game, it's going to mean a lot, then.
That's poked away by Texan. He's going to go in by himself, and he flushes it one more time. 51-27. Kekoa Texan. There's the long 3 by Shira. That's no good. Rebound Red Raiders. 1:18 to go. Red Raider fans. Here's Berkman for 3. It's up. That's no good. Rebound Shira. People still kind of buzzing over that second dunk by Texan. Inside to Shira, turns, misses the easy shot, loose basketball. Texan's got it and does a spin-a-rooney, but loses it right back to Shira, puts it up from the foul line. Yes. Saxon Shira now with 6 points.
Great hustle for Shira right there, getting that loose ball and scoring that 2-pointer in the lane.
43 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 51-29 Red Raiders. Miguel in the lane gets it back to Texan. Monera outside to Texan. There's got to be a travel. Well, he took like 3.5 extra steps.
It looked like he kind of dragged his pivot foot right there. Easy call for the ref.
Well, I mean, he did that, but he also didn't put the ball down when he took that first step. Habelu Inanad gets a screen. Taken away by Poglinowan, ends up in the hands of Berkman. Berkman's going to do the right thing and slow it down a little. 20 seconds to go here in the third. Texan with a pair of dunks. Berkman with 4 3-pointers. Now with the basketball, it's Berkman. Behind the back dribble through the legs. On the wing to Paglinoan. Top of the key, Miguel. 5 seconds to go. Someone's got to put one up soon. 3 seconds. Oh, wide open. Miguel from the foul line, in and out. Oh, my goodness. That was awfully close to going in. Third quarter comes to an end, 51-29. Red Raiders will take a 60-second break. KIF boys basketball on Jams 98.1. I'll be right back. Oops. It'll be Kapaa basketball to start the fourth quarter. On the court for the Warriors, Yabes, Havelu Inanad, Fifita, Schmick, and Shira. Here's Havelu Inanad from the right elbow, no good. Saved by Shira, goes off of one of the Warriors. Is going to be Kauai School basketball.
No, that was a tough shot for Inanad. Kind of forced that play, giving the ball back to the Raiders.
On the court for the Red Raiders, Johnson Cormac, Gunnar Berkman, Kaone Miguel, Travis Gerard, and Christian Monera. Here's Berkman. Gets it to Miguel. Inside to Gerard. Back outside Monera for three. It's up. Yes. Christian Monera, who now has 8 points, buries another three.
You know, too easy for Kauai High School. They're penetrating. Now Kapaa is in a man, getting the ball inside and kicking it out.
And Moses Fifita knocks down a three. His first of the season. 54-32.
Nice answer by Mo right there, hitting that wide open three.
Bryce Johnson Cormac with the basketball. Like I said, Kapaa, the worst in the league at giving up threes. They've given up 19 on the season coming into this game. And in this game, they've given up, 4, 6, 7 of them. Johnson Cormac loses it. It goes out of bounds. I think that was off of Schmick. No, off of Johnson Cormac. Kapaa basketball. Kapaa trailing by 22, 54-32.
That's a pretty bad possession right there on Kauai. Playing with the ball too much. As seen Coach Ipo talking to Bryce Johnson Cormac right there. Giving Kapaa an offensive possession.
In the corner, Yabes, top of the key, Fifita. Down low to Schmick. Turns, and we can get a little bump foul by Johnson Cormac. That's going to be his second, team's fourth.
That's tough, for an interior defender. How are you supposed to defend the guy when you can't put your forearm on the guy's back? The offense has the advantage at all times in that position.
To make it even, if you throw your Okole back and clear out some space, that should be a foul if you can't put your arm or your knee into the offensive player. Raphael Roslin to Schmick. Off of Fifita, he's got it, gets it to Yabes, right to the basket. Off of Johnson Cormac, Raphael Roslin ends up with it for three. Havelu Inanad, no good. Rebound Roslin, now it's Yabes, he's gonna hoist the three. A wild shot, no good. Rebound Johnson Cormac as he stops, and they're gonna set their offense. Looks like Kai Maroney about to check in for Kapaa. Miguel dribbles through two Warriors, gets it to Monera. Now it's Johnson Cormac inside of 6 minutes at 5:55 left in the game. At stake, the first round championship. Oh, and Kumlat almost lost it. Gets it to Miguel. Now it's Monera. Monera at the elbow, gets it to Johnson Cormac, outside to Miguel. This Kauai High School team is tough to press and tough to really put pressure, because right now they've got three guys that can handle the ball. Really four. And you bring in Berkman, and that's just another guy off the bench. Now we're going to get a push off by Miguel. The first one we get on offense where it's been happening all night.
You know, and that's tough. You know, 2 empty possessions right there for Kauai. You know, maybe trying to burn some clock, looking for easy shots. But, you know, like you said, they're a tough team to press. You know, they have good ball handlers. They attack the seams. They can drive the basketball and make the correct pass at all times.
Kapaa with the basketball. 5:26 to go here in tonight's game. Havelu Inanad with it. And looking for somebody inside instead. Top of the key, it's Christian Roslin. It's a screen from Fifita. Roslin into the lane, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound Johnson Cormac. They get it to Kumlat. Kumlat down the far side. Little push off, no whistle. Johnson Cormac past midcourt. Putting some style points in getting through past midcourt. Miguel with the basketball. Into the lane, gets tripped from behind. You know, a little, to me, a very innocent, but still a foul.
You know, and that's tough. You know, again, tough call against Kapaa, but, you know, like you said, innocent, but it's a foul, and you can't grumble with that.
First personal on Tristan Havelu Inanad, 14 foul. Here's a steal by Christian Roslin, gets it to Fifita. Fifita to the rack, off the glass, yes. And Moses Fifita has got 14 points on the night.
You know, although it's by 20, Kapaa is on a little run right now, you know, getting some stops and getting some easy baskets.
Monera at the basketball. Down low to Texan. Almost was going to put it up, but ran into Fifita. Miguel to Texan. Back outside to Kumla. 4:23 to go here in tonight's game. Miguel guarded by Christian Rawson. Now it's Monera. Top of the key. And Monera getting pressured by Christian Rawson, who took it away but lost it right back to Kumla. Now it's Miguel back to Kumla.
You know, Kauai look like they're content to running out the clock, but, you know, I think it's too early for them to do this. They need to stay aggressive and score points.
4 minutes, inside of 4 minutes, actually. Baseline Texan. Here's Kumlat. Kumlat with the basketball. At the foul line, gets it to Miguel. Miguel back to Kumlat, who kind of wasn't expecting it. They get it to Johnson Cormac on the far side. Now it's Miguel. In a corner to Monera. Could have been a travel there. Johnson Cormac right to the basket. Misses a shot. I mean, I like the patience, but just couldn't finish. Lead pass, Havelu Inanad. Throws it back in and it's going to the Kapaa bench. It's going to be Kauai High School basketball.
You know, tough break for Kapaa right there. They worked really hard on getting that off, the defensive rebound, and, you know, trying to just, you know, run the break and just threw it out of bounds.
I'm like, where's all these people at the regular season games? We got a 30-second timeout called for by, I think it's Kapaa, so we'll keep it right here. But it's a 20-point lead. I kind of agree with you that kind of too early to take the air out of the ball. However, when you've got the ball handlers Kauai High School has got and a 20-point lead, I kind of think you might be in pretty good hands there.
Yeah, you know, but you know, it's a double-edged sword. You know, you take away the aggressiveness from your offense, and you know, you give Kapaa, you know, aggressiveness on their defense, and sometimes, you know, they're gonna double team, and, you know, just like the possession here, they double team, got the steal, but you know, we'll see what happens. 3:24 left to go in the game, and, you know, see if they can finish this out.
54-34, Kauai High School. They've got the 20-point lead and the basketball. 3:21 to go here in tonight's game. You know, Kapaa has made a little run here, but it may be a little too late. Johnson Cormac loses it. Roslin has got it. Roslin with the basketball. Down low to Raphael Roslin. He gets it to Bernie Calvan. Right to the basket, the layup. Yes, Bernie Calvan with his first basket of the night. It's 54-36. Red Raiders. Miguel with the basketball. He's going to get fouled by Christian Rawson on a reach-in. His second personal. 15 foul against the Warriors.
And that's kind of exactly what we've talked about. You know, right there, Johnson Cormac playing with the ball too much, turned it over with, you know, maybe trying to get a little too fancy and giving Kapaa an offensive possession, which they capitalize on.
2:49 remaining in tonight's game. Miguel to Monera. And Kauai High School just been content with eating the clock, like you said. Miguel with the basketball. into the game for Kauai High School is Demetrio Castillo. I think sooner or later, Kapaa is going to have to start fouling. Castillo in the lane loses it, and he's got it, but he steps on the baseline. It's going to be Kapaa basketball.
And that's twice in a row right there. Kauai has turned the ball over. 2:27. Might not be enough time, but you still want to keep them down, and you don't want to give them momentum going into the second round.
2:22 remaining. Kapaa with the basketball and trailing by a bunch. Shira goes baseline. Oh, nice reverse layup, but he misses everything. Used the basket to protect himself. Here's Johnson Cormack. Down low to Texon. In the lane, back outside Monero. He's going to hoist the three. It's up. I'll tell you what, Coach Ipo just did not like that shot. Here's Calvin with the basketball to Shira. Shira, goes to the basket as Texon volleyballs this one back into the crowd. Little one set right at the net, pounds it straight down. Just go against Monera. And for Monera, that's going to be his third personal. It's a 15 foul. Actually, 16 foul against Kauai High School here in the second half. Shira at the line shooting two.
Right now, Kapaa, maybe, might not win this game, looking like they're not going to be successful at this game, but, they can use this time, minute 54 left to go, 56 left to go in the game to work on things and get some momentum going into the second round.
Puglinawan and Laute into the game inside the 2 minutes at 1:56. Shira's second free throw. He's got 7 points tonight. Make it 8. In fact, Shira's a pretty decent free throw shooter. Didn't start off the year that way, but coming into this one has got it up to 56%. I think he was like 1 of 11 at one time.
He's got a nice form, nice rotation. We've always talked about that with people with nice forms, but just maybe not concentrating as hard as a free throw line as they would like to.
Johnson Cormack with the basketball. Kauai School leading by 16. Berkman back to Johnson Cormack into the lane off of Laute into the hands of Calvan. To Yabes. Yabes to Havelu Inanad. And for one, Kapaa's got to start putting up some threes. Two, they got to start fouling someone. Here's the three by Calvan, no good. And a loose basketball along the sideline. Kapaa saves it. Here's Rafael Rossin with it. I'm going to get a reach in by Inoke Laute with 1:21 to go.
Hard luck for Laute right there. Missed that pass to him under the basket. Now picks up the foul and puts Kapaa at the line. With a 1-on-1, I believe.
Rafael Rossin will shoot the front end of the 1-on-1 bonus. Has not scored tonight. Fifita into the game for Kapaa. And officials trying to get everybody set, and looks like we're ready to go. First free throw for Roslin. It's up and rolls and goes. First point of the night for Rafael Roslin. Minute 21 remaining. Second free throw. This is he can get it to 14 here. And same thing, rolls and goes. 2 points for Ross and full court pressure by Kapaa. A quick turnover and a three, and they're going to be sort of in it. And here's the turnover. They go down court to Yabes. Yabes saves it, but to Johnson Cormack with 1:05 to go. Puglinawan, the drive, puts it up, no good. Could have been a foul on Fifita, no whistle. They go down court to Yabes against Berkman, puts it off the glass, no good. And that's Daniel Yabes will get to the foul line. For Berkman, that's going to be his first personal. 18th foul against Kauai High School, but Yabes at the line shooting two.
Berkman might have been better off serve just to let him make the layup and taking that ball out now. Scoring without the clock. It's always a bonus for a team that's losing.
First free throw by Yabes is good. He's got 3 points on the night, looking for number 4. This is Reggie Miller time here. Down, and if he makes this one, it is a 12-point game, 54-42. Johnson Cormack, guarded by Rafael Roslin. And we're going to get a push-off on Johnson Cormack. They're complaining about down, but that's one that I'm going to go with the officials on that one.
He cut in front, of, I believe, who was it, Yavis or Roston, and caused the offensive foul. Now they're only down 12 with a 3. They're within 9.
3 fouls for Johnson Cormac. There's the 3 by Yabis. If it goes in, this is trouble, and it doesn't. Johnson Cormac with it, looking for some help. Gets it to Berkman. Berkman, I'll tell you what, it's going to be close to a 10-second call here. And we're going to get a timeout called for by the Red Raider bench with 32.7 seconds remaining. Do we get a full or do we get a 30? We're going to get a 30, so we're going to keep it right here at the Wilcox Gym. I don't get to say that very often in basketball.
And Kauai has done, a pretty good job up until the 4-minute mark when they kind of took the ball out, took the air out. They're probably going to go ahead and win this game. But, again, like I said, you don't want to give Kapaa any momentum going into the second round, any confidence. If you could win by 20 and, so to say, pound the nail in the coffin, you kind of want to do that.
I'm going to throw a shout out to a lady out there on the west side from Super Duper 2 Ice Cream. We stopped in there the other night after the game on Saturday, and come to find out she's I can't even get the word out right. A Seattle football fan, let's put it that way. There's Gunnar Berkman, 25 seconds to go. Paglinawan inside to Laute, and he's going to lose it. No, we're going to get a foul before the ball went out of bounds. That was a pretty good, 25 minutes we spent in there. That was a lot of fun. I think that was against Fifita, I think. It doesn't really matter with 18 seconds left. Gunnar Berkman with the basketball. Now we get a 5-second call. And this will go to the Warriors. But again, too little, too late. 11.3 seconds left. Habelo Inanad. He'll put up the 3. It's up. That's no good. Rebound Castillo. And this one will come to an end. 54-42 is the final score. And Kauai High School will claim the first round championship here in KIF boys basketball. And they came out with a strong first half and just rolled that to victory in the second half, and they improved to 4-1 overall.
And they came out with momentum. Kapaa looked a little shaky going into the game, in the first couple possessions, and Kauai rode that momentum and, kept it going through the whole game.
Well, both teams shaking hands at midcourt. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we get back, I'll give you some post-game numbers. It's KIF boys basketball on Jams 98.1. I'll be right back. But final score, 54-42, Kauai High School over the Manihone. And Kauai High School shot 67% from the free throw line in this game, 4 of 6. They were led by Gunnar Berkman's 12, 11 for Kekoa Texan, including 2 dunks. 8 for Christian Manera, 7 for Joseph Kumlat, 6 for Braden Armstrong, 5 for Kaone Miguel, and 1 for Sean Paglinawan. For the Kapaa Warriors, they were, they were 7 of 10 from the foul line, 70%. They continue to shoot pretty decent from the free throw line. They were led by 14 by Moses Fifita, 8 by Saxon Shira, 6 for Tristan Habelo Inanad, including a 3. 4 for Daniel Yabes, 5 for Carson Schmidt, and deuces for Bernie Calvin, Christian Roslin, and Raphael Roslin. And don't forget, we'll start the second round on Wednesday. These 2 teams at the Bernice Hundley Gym, and we'll have that for you on KauaiSports.com and Jams 98.1. Tonight it was just a matter of Kauai High School, after that first game of the year, has just been incredibly hot, and they remain that way.
You know, and it showed from the beginning, the opening tap. It felt like, or the game went, it seemed like they felt more comfortable in here than Kapaa did. Kapaa could never get on track, you know, but you know, for Kapaa, it's not the end of the season. You know, you still have the second round. Now you make it a little harder, but if you can run the table, you know, get momentum in the second round and get it to a 1-game playoff, anything can happen in a 1-game playoff. You know, for Kauai, they just need to stay focused at the task at hand and, you know, finish this second round because, again, you don't want it to get to the 1-game playoff where anything can happen in a 1-game playoff setting. You could lose the coin toss. You know, you might be at the opponent's gym and things like that. But, you know, I remember you telling me in the beginning of the year, you know, when I asked you about Kapaa, that, you know, they don't shoot the 3 very well. You know, their strength is inside. And it's kind of a glaring you can kind of see it right now, you know, and they're struggling from outside. I think their best shooter is Inanad. I know Mo hit one, but that's not his forte. But, you know, to get more balance for them, you know, like we've talked about with the Red Raider girls, they need outside shooting to open up things inside for them.
You know, and Kauai High School is just so hot right now. I mean, their outside shooting is, I don't know if I've seen a year in which a team has shot the 3 or even from the outside any better than the Red Raiders are doing this season.
You know, and their guards have been doing a tremendous job attacking both Kapaa and Waimea zone, collapsing the zone and kicking it out. And, you know, when they're kicking it out, the shooters are making the shots. And, you know, right now, you know, they look like, you know, when they start their lineup, it's Texan in the middle with 4 shooters on the outside. And, you know, once they get hot, like how Berkman gets hot, you know, everybody gets into the gym. I mean, gets into the game. Everybody, you know, the adrenaline is going. And, you know, the basket seems so big for everybody else, and it's an igniter for them.
An igniter. I like that. Well, for the Red Raiders, a very good night of basketball. Don't forget, we'll have these 2 teams once again on Wednesday at the Bernice Hundley Gym. And that'll be on KauaiSports.com and Jams 98.1.